Welcome to Media Maniaxe. I'm Russell Courier.
I am Jamie Hughes.
And we review everything.
We are just crazy enough to do it.
Yes,
and how have you been since the last show?
I've been good.
You're not a sports guy, so you probably didn't catch much of the Super Bowl.
No, I didn't. Was it the Panthers lost, I thought?
Good job. You got, exactly.
Social media.
It was a rout. And but the other part, which is always a kind of a cool thing, is the commercials in the thing. And I saw a lot of reference to Batman versus Superman.
Yep, 2 commercials for Turkish Airlines.
It was kind of cool.
I thought it was too. I saw something advertised, and I saw I saw it on YouTube, and I'm like, Turkish Airlines, okay. And it says go to Metropolis. I'm like.
And then let's go to Gotham City, and then
And so you saw Lex Luthor, and finally seeing Bruce Wayne talk.
Right.
And so I thought, one thing that was funny, I saw a picture of Ben Affleck in the plane seat, how he's smiling towards the camera.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and I saw a picture online where it says, this is the point where Ben Affleck shut up all the haters. Because everyone's hating on him for being...
Yeah, well, I think it was pretty cool. I mean, if you're going to advertise something, that is the date. I mean, I think now from what I heard, and I could be off on the figures, but CBS, $1 million a minute, okay? And going back, I mean, another one which kind of has a movie relationship you and I were talking about, William Dafoe did one of the, like, how we did the Snickers thing with Terry and that?
Yep, I remember.
Well, they did a Snickers one with William Dafoe and using Marilyn Monroe, which I had to imagine had to be hard to get the rights on that one.
Maybe.
But it came off really, really well.
I can't wait to see it. I think that'd be funny. I really like Willem Dafoe as an actor.
Yeah, he was just, it was like one of those surprisers but they always have, the one that everybody was couldn't believe wasn't in it, and they always kind of tug at the heartstrings on the Super Bowl. Budweiser did not have anything in there.
They didn't have a commercial?
It was amazing, because they always have it's either the horses or the little dog, and it almost makes you like, oh golly. And I mean, at the end, it's
nothing?
But nothing, nada.
Wow.
But it was there was a lot of different hits. But anyways, that's not what we're here for.
Well, no, that's not what we're here for. What we're here for in the Magic Popcorn Bucket is Coen Brothers movies.
How come we never get any popcorn out of there? All we do is get movies. We need popcorn. Somebody needs to load up with some popcorn one day. But that's
I think we need to clean this out first, though.
Oh, do we? Okay, so what was it? The Big
Lebowski.
Okay.
One of my favorites.
Now, the Coen Brothers, I did a little research on them. I was kind of surprised that, they are, 2 brothers.
Yeah, Ethan and Joel Coen.
Right. A few years apart with them. Grew up, do you want a little history on them a little bit?
Sure, yeah.
Read a little bit. Joel and Ethan, born in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, a suburb of Minneapolis.
Okay.
They're from a Jewish origin family. Their dad was an economist. Their mother was a mom, took care of the kids. I tell you, their first... whack at making movies or getting movies. Joel saved money from mowing lawns to buy a Vivitar Super 8 camera.
Really?
And they would make movies that they saw on television. They do remakes.
Okay.
I can't even imagine. I imagine maybe some of those are around somewhere. But yeah, they made a lot of remakes with their little Vivitar. So that was kind of cool. I knew nothing about these guys, and then I started to see the movies that they were, that they had done. Like you said, The Big Lebowski.
I was surprised to see that they did No Country for Old Men.
That one surprised me too. And then after The Big Lebowski, then you recall the one with True Grit, which it seems like maybe they have an affinity for Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, he is made a few cameos, and not only Jeff Bridges, but what's her name, Frances McDormand, who was actually one of the Coen brothers' wife.
Oh,
she was
okay.
Yeah, she was in Fargo, the main character in Fargo, and also made a cameo in the newest Coen brothers movie, Hail Caesar.
They also made, and this goes back to the 80s, Blood Simple, which I never saw.
I never saw that either, but it looked very...
Raising Arizona, 87.
I've seen bits and pieces of that. I did not
None of these
that.
I've not seen any. I'm going to definitely make a point of go checking them out. Miller's Crossing, 90. Barton Fink.
I saw an advertisement for that, and that was one actor, I can't remember his name, Trizzo or something like that. He was also in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Okay.
I saw a bit of that and I was like, this looks like a good like dramatic film. I thought, and I need to have like a Coen Brothers day of watching movies. I've seen a few.
Did you ever see Fargo?
Yes, I have seen Fargo.
Fargo is, I mean, that's one of them.
That's the main one. Yep, there's Fargo.
I didn't even know. Are we doing a 5 on this, or are we just?
No, we're just talking. We're just talking about how.
Okay, because I know I'm killing your.
I basically
have your 5.
I basically have a 5, 6 or so.
And then you go to the one. I mean, I guess the first one I knew was The Big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm, that's about the one that everyone knows of. But then, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Have you ever seen that?
No, but I heard that was a good film. What's that about?
That was actually, it's based on the Odyssey by Homer, the Greek mythology story.
Okay.
But it's It's George Clooney, Tim Blake Nelson, and John Turturro, I can't remember his name, but he's been in other Coen Brothers movies. They're on a chain gang and they get off breaking rocks on the side of the road. They actually escape, jump on a train, and they're going on this trip back to finding this treasure, this $1.2 million that they're trying to find, and all this. And there's also character cameos like John Goodman, who has also been in Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
it's a good funny movie. It's quirky like all Coen Brothers movies. Well, not all Coen Brothers movies.
Honestly, like I said, I almost think that the True Grit one kind of stepped out of the box for those guys.
Yeah, it was more serious, but there was still a little bit of quirky jokey in there, yeah.
Right, exactly. Now, I mean, another thing I found about them, the brothers, they usually write, direct, and produce the films jointly. Mm-hmm. Although, in 2004, The Lady Killers, Joe received a sole credit for directing and Ethan for producing. It was the only time that they were separated from it all.
Oh, really?
I never saw the movie either, though. Lady Killers.
I watched it over the weekend, and it's one of their least popular movies, actually.
Yeah.
So, it was an okay one. I kind of enjoyed it, but mainly it was because Tom Hanks is the main character in the movie.
Okay.
But it's basically like a bank robbing story type movie. But it just didn't have all the great writing, I guess, in that they usually have in there. And I thought it was okay, but I watched a video where it was a dishonorable mention for a top 10 movies made by Coen Brothers.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
now there's something else, and I mean I don't know if you know about this, and I mean I found this just this morning actually. We know Steven Spielberg wrote Bridge of Spies. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you know that it was written by Matt Charman, Ethan Coen, and Joel Coen? It was written by those guys?
No, I did not know that.
I just found that out this morning because I was like, how could they have like 2 big movies out in a year? Because I mean, it's kind of the reason why we're talking about this. It's going to lead into our last segment when we talk about Hail Caesar. But they were the writers of The Bridge of Spies in 2015.
I saw an advertisement for that, and it looked like a good one to watch.
I mean, it's like kind of a war type one.
Yeah, it was like, what was it, Germany, World War II era?
Right, Tom Hanks is in that as well. He plays a lawyer that negotiates between their German lawyers in regards to, it's like right around the World War II. I mean, I've got to see it. I haven't seen it yet, but it looked like it was pretty well done.
All right, yeah. There's, it's funny. You see all these movies, you don't know who's writing them sometimes.
Right.
And so you're surprised to see like Joel and Ethan Coen coming up and writing something like that. As well, with like No Country for Old Men,
right.
They had, it was more of a serious role, cat and mouse type play.
Right.
And and I haven't seen that in so long. I think I watched that back when I was, back shortly after high school.
No, what do you say with the Coen Brothers? I mean, what is your take on that? I mean, I kind of like this is my first exposure was really.
Same here, actually. I had the idea of coming up with this segment, but I didn't know. I knew little to nothing about them besides Big Lebowski and Fargo, really.
Well, and I would have said The Big Lebowski and True Grit.
Oh yeah.
And I go back to the original True Grit, and I mean I think it equals it. I mean back with it was I'm blanking on the actress, but the original. I mean it's pretty hard to come close to outdoing John Wayne, who was in the original True Grit with. Singer Glenn Campbell at the time, a young singer Glenn Campbell. And I mean, I think Jeff Bridges kind of puts the nail on it, actually.
I liked his portrayal of Rooster Cogburn. He wasn't trying to do what John Wayne did. He wasn't trying to do impersonation of him. He was taking his own take on Rooster Cogburn.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool. And the girl in the movie True Grit, oh God, she had a good head on her shoulders, and I thought her character, she's such a great actor. I noticed in that. I'm just seeing how she's trying to make the deal with the guy trying to get the horses and everything.
Right.
And he was like afraid of her the next time she walked into his office.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that quirky, goofy, funny bits of that movie just show the true light of the Coen Brothers when it comes to their movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like, you could make a whole afternoon with Coen Brothers, and, like you're saying, maybe, on one of these, like, we're filming this on a snowy day, go greet yourself some Coen Brothers films, and boom. And we're going to talk in our last segment about the newest Coen Brothers release, which kind of inspired, Hail Caesar, which I have a lot of opinions on this one.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in our third segment. Next, we're going to have someone join us, Ashley Point, to come on and talk Marvel movies with us.
That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to having her on the show.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. So come back.
Hi, I'm Ron Brock, host of Oxford History Today. Our program will air Monday through Friday at 8:30 and 1:30, Saturdays at 10 o'clock, and Sundays at 1 o'clock. Our program will be airing from our beautiful museum here. We'll be exploring the history of Oxford and the surrounding area, and please come watch our show.
Hello and welcome to Media Maniaxe. I'm Russell Courier.
I'm Ashley Point. Hi,
our guest star. Hello. We review everything, and we're
just crazy enough to do it?
Yes, we are. And well, this is Ashley Point. She's a comic book, sci-fi fan and everything. We wanted to do a little Marvel discussion before a certain movie comes out next week or so. Yes, Deadpool. Can't wait for that. So Jamie's taking a break before our Hail Caesar segment. So we're just going to get right into it. Speaking of Hail Caesar, there's something you wanted to talk about, one of the actors from that movie.
Yeah, Channing Tatum. I heard he is actually going to be playing Gambit.
That is one thing I'm going to be excited to see. I just don't think they did Gambit a justice in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
No, and the thing is, I was talking about it with my dad, and he's like, "No, Channing Tatum's too buff to be Gambit."
Oh yeah, I could see where someone would say that, but if Jared Leto could go overweight to play Mark David Chapman or something like that, I think that Channing Tatum can lose some muscle tone to play play Gambit.
Or they could just make him have muscle tone. They can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah, who's making that? Is that going to be Fox or Marvel Studios or what?
I honestly did not check. All I know is that Channing Tatum was going to be playing him.
Oh, okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Okay. So the thing about Marvel movies that really sucks is that the first Marvel movie to come out was X-Men Origins Wolverine. Well, X-Men, I'm sorry, I just had that in my mind. The first X-Men movie to come out, made by Fox. Marvel didn't have the rights to it. They sold them the rights to it. So it was Fox doing a movie, then Sony doing Spider-Man, and so when it got to Marvel, finally doing their thing with the Avengers, they didn't have all the characters in there. So that's
which was a really, really letdown for me, because I like the Spider-Man being in there a lot. Yeah,
which one thing that we're going to be happy about is that they're going to have him in Captain America Civil War, which is coming out, next month? 2 months? No.
It's either May or April. I think it's May.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure you're right there, yeah. So May, that's coming out. So there was a trailer for that during the Super Bowl, actually. There was a little, blip of that. Did you watch that?
The trailer, no, but I saw the commercial with Ant-Man and the Hulk. That was funny.
Yeah, stealing the tiny can of Coke from Bruce Banner.
Yeah, you're not going to need this, are you? Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, all busting out through the window and just chasing after Ant-Man. For one thing, I was just wondering, so he's just following a Coke can through the streets. I was like, he could easily lose him just if he just dropped down a drain or something like that.
Yeah.
But then it was just one of the funniest things is when he's trying to pop open the can finally when Ant-Man throws it to him. And he's just like, okay, I'll help you out. Jumps up there. Wow, you have the most beautiful green eyes. Because he's still on the can. I thought that was really funny. There's a great,
that was a good one.
Yeah, great. And Marvel has just been kicking it up exponentially throughout these past few years. Well, since 2008 with Iron Man. So, there's many phases for the Marvel movies. Phase 1, Phase 2, and now Phase 3 started with Ant-Man just recently.
Yeah.
So, do you have a certain favorite out of the Marvel movies?
Ooh, I gotta say, my favorite would be Avengers 2 right now.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, and before Age of Ultron came out, it was, well, Sony still had the rights, but it was Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I thought that was a really good one. And just, even though they had the one villain in there that just was barely in there for like 5 minutes, really. Rhino.
Oh.
Yeah, as well as, I'm not going to spoil that. Never mind. I was going to say another. Actually, no, that he was on the poster, Green Goblin. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, even though it was just basically 5 minutes into the end for him and for Rhino at the end. And then where I was excited to...
Of course, they made him Russian.
Of course. But the thing, though, I was really excited to see something. Or what was it? They're going to do a Sinister Six movie or something.
Yeah.
And are they still doing that, or since?
I haven't heard anything about it. I think most people are excited for Suicide Squad from another series.
Yeah.
That's kind of taken over for it instead of Sinister Six.
Yeah. Suicide Squad being a DC, we're doing mainly Marvel. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like.
It's the same basic thing.
It's the same basic thing, but they also have like the same character just in a different universe, basically like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel and all this kind of thing. So I feel like DC got to it first. So they're kind of putting that one on the back burner until the Suicide Squad momentum dies down.
Or since Marvel bought back some rights for Spider-Man, they might have stopped production on it or something.
Maybe.
Something like that. Just politics. It's just that's one thing though. DC, they have all the rights to all their characters, so that's one thing I'm excited to see their movie universe. I would just love to see though that Marvel gets all their rights back.
Yeah.
Even though they have some good movies coming out from the Fox side of it with X-Men Apocalypse.
I can't wait for that one.
That one looks like it's going to be jam-packed, action-filled, just great movie. It's going to be awesome. And I remember there was a bit of controversy when the first trailer for that came out, when you first saw Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was making a joke he was Ivan Ooze from, just because he was so purple. But I think they went back and changed his color, and because I've seen newer trailers, he looks a little more dark blue, more comic accurate. And I'm really excited to see like the young X-Men of Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, and all them together, and then a young Storm with the Mohawk too. I think that's going to be kind of interesting too.
I'm excited to see if their characters, or like their personalities, are going to be any different since technically they changed the whole timeline.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I mean, are they going to be still emotionally scarred from their childhoods, or is it going to be they're more happy-go-lucky kids like First Class kind of was?
I don't know. That's a good question. I can't wait. When's that movie coming out? When is that?
I think that one's more in the summer, either June or July.
Oh. So we're going to have to wait another, 5-6 months now? Great.
Yeah. But then again, the movies, if they want to, they can just say, oh, here, new movie date.
So.
But the thing is, I was wondering about is, I know they had just basically, they showed a fight scene between Apocalypse and Xavier. Oh. And he was standing.
They had in, what was it, Days of Future Past, where he had the... he was taking that serum or whatever to make him...
I don't know if he's going to be back on the serum.
I really don't think that would be a bad move, because he basically just geared up and, got over using that and went back to using his mental powers. Or maybe, does Apocalypse have any mental powers like that? Any, psychic ability?
Not that I can remember.
Or it could have been something more like a... maybe in Xavier's mind, because that's the only time when he can walk, really, is when he's in psychic state and everything. So, well, anyway, we're really excited for these Marvel movies to come out, as you can see. So join us next when we come back out for Jamie coming back, and we're going to do Hail Caesar. So, come back.
Canine Stray Rescue is Oxford's own local dog rescue. Each year they take in hundreds of dogs and bring them into suitable homes. certified nonprofit organization, Canine Dog Rescue strives to give pound dogs a new leash on life. To donate, adopt, or even volunteer, call them at 248-628-0435 or go to their website, dogsaver.org, and click on the Canine Stray Rescue League link.
Welcome back to Media Maniaxe. I'm Russell Courier.
And I'm Jamie Hughes.
We review everything.
And we're crazy enough to do it. Hey, it was great to have a guest here talking. I mean, I don't even think she just needs to be on the show, okay? Because I can't talk that kind of stuff that you guys were just talking about.
Yeah, well, I could could give you my short box of comics and you can get all geared up on Marvel.
We'll let her come in.
Okay, we can do that.
You guys sounded, it was really good stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you. I think that she brings a lot to the table.
It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks.
I stayed in the studio. There we go.
Okay, cool.
Okay, hey, now, again, going back, we opened up the show with the Coen Brothers, some of the films that they got going, and now they have a brand new one out at the theater, which, Hail Caesar.
Yep.
Got some big namers in there. I mean,
a lot
nailed
of
it.
Yeah, Josh Brolin, George Clooney,
Jonah Hill,
Ray Fiennes, Scarlett Johansson. This star-studded cast. Channing Tatum.
Okay, I gotta ask. Was that okay? Wait, not. I know who Channing Tatum was, but who played the inspector? Who was that?
The inspector.
The guy, the head, the studio head.
Oh, that was Josh Brolin, Eddie Maniaxe.
You know who I thought that was originally?
Who'd you think it was?
You're gonna think I thought it was Matt Dillon.
You thought it was Matt Dillon?
Matt Dillon, because he.
I could see that.
I know. I was sitting there going, I didn't remember seeing Matt Dillon, but okay. My thing on the movie, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I just so happened to like that genre. No spoiler alert, but it's about a movie. What do you want to call it? Like a movie complex, or what do you want to call that? A studio.
Yeah, studio.
From the 40s.
40s, 50s, something like that, yeah.
Right, and I just kind of like that, the references that were made to that
era. It was like a satire, kind of the old 40s, 50s film industry, which I thought was really funny.
I thought it was a pretty cool take on the film industry itself. Shot really, the shots were great. Yeah, and
just how they call the Eddie Maniaxe the fixer character.
Now, did you like the part where they would come in and the guy would go? I mean, I thought it would be kind of cool to do this show and Russell Crowe or Russell Courier just sat down. Like how they narrated the whole thing.
Yeah. How they did
that part?
I thought it was kind of funny how they had the narrator at the beginning and all that. One of my favorite scenes out of the movie is with Ray Fiennes, the director Lawrence, and he's got the Western guy.
That's awesome.
And it's just so hard just for him to say, whether it were so simple.
Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence.
And they get the cowboy.
It's like, I see what they're trying to play off, the kind of the John Wayne character coming in, trying to make him more like, Dean Martin or something like that. And just always like, whether it was so I can't remember how whether it were so simple.
It was, and then it's like you could literally see him. I mean, we're not trying to ruin the movie or anything. You could literally see him get upset and just go, let's try that differently, okay? And it's like, okay, Mr. Lawrence. It was funny. I thought it was hilarious.
That was one of the best scenes, and they're just going back and forth, and he's trying to imitate what he's doing. He's like, stop that, stop moving your heads.
and then Jonah Hill, which, I mean, he really played I mean, he wasn't in there that long.
No, but he put an impression. He gave an impression to the audience just in that little bit. So that's all you need, just to give a first impression, really.
And from what I hear about their movies is that, and I heard this on a few interviews with George Clooney. I heard Clooney on Howard Stern show, and then he was also on, I'm trying to think, I want to say, one of the night shows.
Jimmy Kimmel? I think I watched the video of
yeah, okay,
George
right.
Clooney
And
on
he's
Jimmy
like,
Kimmel.
it's so different when the Coen Brothers are giving direction, because it's like you don't know which one really to listen to. And
one thing was funny, George Clooney said in an interview.
I know what you're going to say about this. Go ahead.
He likes to put Joel and Ethan against each other on set. That was one thing I remember him saying on Jimmy Kimmel once.
Okay, do you remember, when Brolin, see, this is like, do you remember when Brolin, I can say this, okay, it's not a spoiler. Remember when Brolin hits Clooney in the face?
Yeah, at the very end.
And he kept doing it, okay, and according to him, he's like, he kept wanting to do the take over again. Brolin wanted to keep going. He's like, no, I think I can do it better next time.
And I actually read a trivia online. He was literally slapping him in the face. That was real. His look on his face was genuine.
Right.
Yeah, so I thought it's just someone who go to that length for an acting role. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought this movie was so great, and just how quirky.
Way different.
Yeah, way different from just. And I love how the look of the movie, the whole there's a lot I liked about it. I can't really pinpoint what exactly I can talk about, but I saw a lot of like I looked online and I saw that there was references to which character kind of resembled which.
Right.
Like there was a real Eddie Maniaxe who ran Universal or something back years ago.
And then I mean there was a Carmen Miranda figure in there. She was the one that went out with the cowboy when he was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, no, there was a lot of, I mean, if you knew 40s movies and stuff like that, there was a lot of references to it.
Or like when Channing Tatum's scene where he's with the sailors and everything doing the tap dancing. At first I thought like Fred Astaire.
And then actually Gene Kelly.
Yeah, that's what I read online. It was more, and then I realized it was a total take on, you know, that one movie. I couldn't remember what exactly it was. Or like Scarlett Johansson, it was supposed to be like an Esther Williams kind of thing. And I looked,
swimming and diving. And
yeah, it's like they basically did the whole mermaid thing over like that in the old one. I looked at compare and contrast between the two.
It's an entertaining film. I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, I don't think it's going to make, you know, a top 5 list anywhere or anything, but I mean, it's entertaining, very entertaining.
Very, very entertaining in my mind. Yeah, and well, I would give this, in my mind, probably a 4 out of 5 stars. Probably if we rated, if we ever did do any type of rating.
I think so. I think so too.
I've heard some mixed reviews about it. It's like but I thought it was enjoyable. When it got to the tap dancing scene, I was just hysterically laughing in my seat at the theater.
Yeah, I did. I laughed. I chuckled too.
Yeah, that was a great scene. And also, the one thing I wanted to say, what I thought I picked up on when they were doing that scene of, when he was doing the whole, the We Dance thing or whatever, he's trying to get the line and everything. The girl sitting next to him really looked like Lucille Ball in my mind. The Lawrence Lorentz scene when they were trying to film that. So that was my only bit I noticed. Anyway, that's it for Media Maniaxe. I kind of rambled in a bit. So join us next time on our show. And don't forget, we'll leave an aisle seat open for you.
Hi, I'm Elgin Eccles.
And I'm Terry Stiles. Did you know that Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99 are the only television stations you can find all the events and news just for you?
Oxford News This Week is your news closer to home. Catch us right here weekdays at noon, 6:30, and 11 p.m. and weekends at noon and 11 p.m. See you there.